Good evening and welcome to Turbo's Sunday Roast, hosted on behalf of KB Terrace Talk. I am Turbo Tom, and tonight I have with me George, or as he's affectionately known on this channel, Glory Hole. George, are you okay, pal?
I'm okay. Yeah, we've had some interesting football this weekend, some interesting results, so it should be a good talk.
It should be. It should be. I just want to state right now that the link is in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
This is a live show, so any fans that want to drop in and give their opinions on any football this weekend, we are more than accommodating, and we'll discuss anything. We'll discuss Accrington, Dorking, as we did.
It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a top 5 league. It could be some random league lower down if you fancy talking about whatever.
Honestly, we are football purists, and we will talk literally anything.
We had a Dorking fan on last week, didn't we?
We did have a Dorking fan on, and
that was good.
I've not checked their results thus far, but if Luke, our Dorking man, would like to come on and give his opinions, then please do.
1-1 against Maidstone yesterday.
Maidstone, so 1-1. That'll still put them top of the league, George.
But they are top. They are top. They are top.
Well, that's good. However, some of the main talking points today are going to be, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the Nottingham Forest and Liverpool game, followed by the North London derby, which was is it back on? Are they back on the train tracks now, Arsenal? 4-1 against your bitter rivals in North London.
I don't know. Remember, you've got to remember that they do have a fairly hard fixture list coming up, but they did get a good win, but it was against Spurs, so.
Oh, well, exactly. Thirdly, we're going to speak about the earliest ever relegation in EFL history, that is Sheffield Wednesday. Not
really their fault, but, we'll get onto that.
Oh, there's people clapping in the background. And, what's this? So, Sheffield Wednesday, you are relegated to League One. The earliest in the club's history. What a absolute pathetic attempt at trying to stay in the Championship. One more time.
They don't get to play Rotherham next season, so they don't get a free win.
Well, and you bring me nicely on to our fourth topic. So we're going to break these down to 15-minute segments. Our fourth topic will be, indeed, Matt Hamshaw, Rotherham United, and how on earth is Mr. Hamshaw still involved with Rotherham United in any capacity?
Don't you worry, comments. We haven't forgotten about Hamshaw. We're talking about him.
The comments here, Kaylee Wilson. Will Hamshaw get sacked after the Bradford game? We'll come to it, Kaylee. Pete Scott, good lad Pete, member of the show. If Hamshaw's still in for Bradford, game and we get beat heavy, is anyone actually bothered anymore? Because don't think the chairman or board are. We'll get to that one, Pedro, mate.
Interesting one.
Kaylee, what about Hamshaw? Yeah. And then I've got here, Plymouth fan here, going Saturday. Will Hamshaw be in a job still?
Who knows?
Who knows? And I'll tell you what, Plymouth, I want to say about Plymouth, they had a fantastic result yesterday. Was it 5-2?
Wow.
Barn Peak Greens. I Barn Park Greens, even. I bet Union Rooms and Union Street in Plymouth, because Plymouth I hold very close to my heart from my ex-Navy days. I bet was absolutely bouncing. However, we'll go on to our first topic, and I'm going to bring in a Nottingham Forest fan. He's in the lobby.
Here we go.
Forest Phil, one of our main guys.
He's not going to be too happy with me.
KB Terrace Talk, and he's going to have a little chat with his mate George regarding today's result. Take it away, Phil.
Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Phil.
One thing I can take away from all this is we're not as bad as Rotherham. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how big that situation is, but that's one thing I can take away from this. I just want to put a little bit of an announcement out there before I start my little 10-minute piece or whatever I'm allowed on the show tonight. I know this is a family show, firstly. I apologize for what is about to come out of my mouth. I will try not use certain words that are frowned upon across the world. But I'm not very happy. I'm not very happy, Tom. GH, I'm sure you already know I'm not very happy.
I know you're not happy, and I do understand your frustrations, because even I agree that it was very unfair for us to win that match.
So, okay, I'm going to go straight in, really. So, if anybody doesn't know, it was Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool this afternoon. And unfortunately for Nottingham Forest, despite having what was a first half that was unlike anything that people had seen and anybody expected from Nottingham Forest, I even thinking that the Liverpool fans were shitting it a little bit. And yes, there's my first strike of my first swear word. We were world class that first half. I'm not going to shadow of a doubt. We were absolutely class as a team that are currently sat 17th in the league, worried about relegation. You would not suspect that we were a 17th place Premier League team. However, and as it's been widely spoken about on our WhatsApp group, if anybody watched the Wolves game, so the last Premier League game that we played before Sean Dyche was sacked, you will know that we had something like 35 shots at the goal. 3 of those were on target. The rest were just, whatever. Absolutely just belts and kicks at the goal. Nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed. The world class of today's game came from the actual gameplay itself. And I felt that we should have taken at least a point from that game. My annoyance and where my anger comes from is the fact that Liverpool, and it's nothing against UGH, not in the slightest, but Liverpool played for 97 minutes, and I would say 94 of those, they did absolute fuck all. They were absolute
I'll agree. I'll agree on that. Right? We were really bad.
And then we play our fucking hearts out. Fair enough, we couldn't fucking finish a Sunday dinner, but we played our fucking hearts out. That gameplay that we played was absolute fucking world class. And then Liverpool come along. Oh, I tell you what, fucking 97th minute of what was 95 extra fucking minutes, and they slap a goal in, which I don't give a flying fuck. What I saw on that camera, that was absolutely offside all fucking day long. And they get a fucking goal off the back of it. Absolute. I tell you what it does is it brings the whole ethos of the game into fucking some sort of stupid doubt based on some fucking VAR bollocks. And it was VAR bollocks. I'm absolutely fuming with the game. And yes, Mers, Phil swearing every 5 seconds. I can't fucking help it. I'm that angry. And I did put a disclosure out just before I started my rant.
I already knew this was going to happen.
I don't get like this very often. I really don't. I'm very. You guys know me. I'm very calm about stuff. I watched that game and I was like, fucking hell. First half, Liverpool didn't know what to do. They were absolutely knocked out the fucking park, completely out the park. And then for us to lose based on a shit VAR decision from a shit referee and allow, a shit fucking team to get 3 points. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely disgusted.
You can't call us shit when you're almost in the relegation zone.
Mate, it's got fuck all to do with it. I'm focusing on this one game. I'm focusing on this actual game. We should have had a point from that game. I'm not saying that we should have won that game, not in the fucking slightest. I'm not saying that we should have walked away with 3 points in that game. But that game was going to end in a draw. And you would have been lucky to get a point out of that game.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely lucky. But it went down to a bad decision with bad everything. Everything was bad. And I'm absolutely fuming about it. And I'm sorry to anybody that's on saying bad language. My daughter's watching this. I did say it was a disclosure prior to it. I'm absolutely fuming. I'm not normally like this. I'm normally very calm. But I just think it's a disgusting decision. Disgusting decision.
I mean,
I'm loving your background noises, Tom.
based on what I've seen on the actual, when I was watching it, it did look like it was offside. But seeing the replays and seeing everything, it was very, very close. It was a lot closer than your say it is, Phil. And
I think the whole game. The game should have ended 0-0. Absolutely, we didn't make our chances. We didn't slot our chances home when we should have slotted our chances home. But for you to win and take 3 points based on that dross fell out between 92 minutes and 97 minutes on a 95-minute game, it's beggars belief. Absolutely beggars belief. And I do apologise for everybody in the chat, in the comments, people that are watching for my language. I'm very irate. I'm not normally like this. I'm normally quite chill and calm, but that game just absolutely
I understand.
Popped me over the edge this week.
So what we'll say is, Mer says this radio show needs a beep machine. I was listening
just for me, Mers, tonight. Yeah.
Johnny talks. Cut the bad language. Daughter is watching this.
Again, Johnny, I do apologise, mate. Ultimate apology there.
Awful. Is this not a family show, lads? Well, sometimes
we do apologise, Johnny.
Sometimes.
And it's not like me. I'm not normally like this. I've been doing this KB Terrace talk show. I've been either doing a Sunday show or a Wednesday show, and it's not like me in the slightest.
No,
I'm annoyed with how the game ended.
I do have to sympathise with you, Phil, because as much as I'm a Liverpool fan and I wanted us to win, and I'm happy that we got the win. The way we got the win, I do think it was a bit unfair. But then again, that's football and things are going to happen. And you've just got to suck it up sometimes, As much as it is frustrating, it is part of football. And I do think if it wasn't for Rio Ngamoa coming on, it definitely wouldn't have been 1-0 to us because he was class. Salah was non-existent. Gakpo non-existent.
I mean, they sub Salah. It says it all. About
Salah's done.
You're world-class player. You're one world-class player that should be playing consistently. Spits his dummy out the pram because he's not getting game time. He gets the game time and he can't produce against a 17th place Premier League team. I'm sorry, mate. He should be gone.
I'm not going to lie. Salah is not good enough anymore. Gakpo isn't good enough. I don't know why we're playing both of those. Chiesa needs to play more. Ngamoa is very good. He needs to play more. I just don't understand why Slot consistently gives people a chance when they're not performing. It's utter ludicrous.
Right. So, I mean, listen, coming back to you, George, Glory Hole even, Liverpool, last gasp winner, top 4 hope still alive then, mate?
It's very much a case of we need to get lucky to get top 4. I'm not going to say we deserve top 4 because we don't. I'm not going to say we're going to get top 4 because we probably won't unless we get lucky. Man United, as much as I hate to say it, are performing quite well. Chelsea were performing quite well until they drew the other day. And I just don't think that we're going to keep it up. If we're struggling to beat Forest, no disrespect to Forest, but if we're struggling to beat them, we've got no hope of top 4.
I mean, what I will say to that one, George, is that, Forest, they finished top end of the division last season.
They did, yes.
Remind me, Phil, was it 6th, 7th, wasn't it? 6th, 7th?
7th, mate, yeah.
7th, yeah. 7th, and obviously now languishing down the bottom end of the table with West Ham actually coming into a bit of solid form. Phil, as a Forest fan, are you concerned that West Ham might take more points towards the end of the season than you do, which will ultimately get you relegated?
So I'm looking at it in 2 aspects at the minute, and Forest are on a bit. Okay, we've had a little setback with this last few minutes in this Liverpool game, but I mean we've got this brand new manager. We goes away to Istanbul. We plays against Fenerbahce. Now, Fenerbahce are no mean feat in Europe. As a European team, they are a quality team. We go out there and we absolutely batter them. Okay? We come back. We've got a first half at the City Ground against what is the current reigning Premiership team, the current Premiership leaders. They come to the City Ground and for 90 minutes, they struggle. That, to me, says a heck of a lot about where Forest currently are. Okay? Am I worried about being relegated? Absolutely. We're sat in 17th. I'd be stupid and naive to not have that worry in the back of my mind. However, I'm going to go back to 2 seasons ago when we were in a similar situation. Okay? And the thing that saved us, and I'm apologising because I'm going to use the S word here, the thing that saved us was there were at least three other teams in the Premier League that were shitter than us.
Yeah.
What we've got this season, and what we're very lucky about this season, is there's a lot more teams within the Premier League this season that are shitter than us. There's my 2
Well,
senses.
I don't know about that, Phil.
Spurs. Come
They're
on.
above
What
you.
the hell's
They're
going
above.
off at Spurs? God knows.
Well,
I'm talking about Crystal Palace. Okay, yes, they've had a couple of lucky wins. I mean, they've got a lucky late goal today against Wolves. Very lucky. Again, they could have been Totar. They could be heading down there. Brighton aren't having the best of time. Leeds seem to be hit and miss at the minute. And then obviously you've got the 3 at the bottom. You've got Wolves, which GH, I'm sorry to tell you, they ain't surviving, mate.
Yeah, I don't think they are now. Now they lost today.
Burnley, who, they've held Chelsea to it this weekend, which well done. And then obviously West Ham. I'd be stupid to say that I'm not concerned. I think the thing that it's going to come down to is our remaining 11 games in the Premier League. I feel as though, based on the current manager, I know we've had 4 of them, current manager, I think that we will do enough to survive. I think our problem lied today with the decisions that were made at the end of the game. I think we could have took a point away from today. And I think moving forward, we're going to learn from this and we're going to move on and hopefully start focusing on finishing, how we make that finishing touch, to start slapping some goals home and then hopefully keep us out of that relegation zone.
Well, do you know what, Phil? I'm slightly envious of Nottingham Forest. S4MUL3 Lou. I said Sean Dyche would have kept Nottingham Forest up. Now, not too sure. Quick one from Mers, KB Terrace Talk even. If you're watching the show and wish to comment and talk about any of the football topics being talked about, Sean is using the link above and Tom will add you when next call in happens. So, Phil, anything else to add this evening, my friend?
No, just apologies for my bad language at the start of the show.
Phil, I love your passion. We're all about passion on here, mate.
Good luck to Forest.
Trust me.
I wish you all the best.
No, you don't, GH. Don't lie. Don't put all this persona on a live stream. I've heard you in the WhatsApp group. You can piss right off, sunshine.
I just trying to make you feel a bit happier.
We've not even got to the Rotherham United segment yet, so God knows what language you can be like.
I will be watching it, mate. I will be watching.
Tiny is waiting in the lobby. However, Tiny, sit tight, pal, because now we're going to talk about the North London derby. Do you want to stay on for this, Phil, or
no? I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna get myself a calming tablet and something to drink.
Yes, you have some calms and take your Prozac and do what you need to do, mate. But love your passion, mate. Thanks so much for coming on, mate. Much love,
Tom. It's always a pleasure. Love being here. GH. Fuck off.
Yay! There we go. Cheers, Phil.
See you later, guys. Thank you.
What's up, lad? So, George, we're going to move on to the North London derby now, mate. I think Phil was very passionate. Look, you've got the win. Happy days. I think your top 4 hopes are back on.
Slightly saved.
Forest's woes are down there. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring in Mers, who is an Arsenal fan and one of our presenters here at KB Terrace Talk, to talk all things North London derby.
Go on.
Mers, how's it
Yes,
going?
Mers.
How many Pokemons did you get this week?
A few different Pokemons.
Quite a
But
few, yeah.
that's a different subject. But
Indeed
thank you
it
for
is.
having me on. I'm just calling in. Hello, KB Terrace Talk Radio Show. Talk Hello.
Mers, 4-1 against Spurs. I was thinking at 1-1, I'm thinking, oh my God, the bottle jobs are really going to bottle this, but absolutely blew them away in the end, mate. Thoughts on the game?
It was quite a good game. I think Spurs, in comparison to the North London derby when it was at the Emirates in earlier of the season, they put up a better fight in comparison. I know the scoreline looks just equally as bad as the reverse fixture, but I think in some ways, I think it doesn't do them justice for what their performance did. They tried the hardest. They tried to play some football. They had obviously the quick reply to the first goal that we scored. Then they had a goal disallowed. Obviously, it was a soft foul, but
Very, very soft.
it was a very, very soft one, but it was considered a foul. I think it was a bit of an unlucky situation for them. And then after that, it just went downhill for them and ended up being 4-1.
Yeah, just a quick one from John. Tom, Phil, and GH. Apologies, John. I missed that comment, pal. Nice to have you on the show, John. When the Rotherham segment comes up, pal, if you want to jump on, you'd be greatly appreciated, pal. Once again, if you're watching the show, you wish to come on and talk about anything football topics being talked about, just using the link above. Get going. Listen. So, is the train firmly back on the tracks, Mers? Are you going to win this Premier League?
No, the track.
No.
No. Wait. It was a 2-segment question, Jish. Don't interject. Let me speak before you try to interrupt. So I don't think the train is firmly on the tracks. I know we got a 5-point gap, but I've said this many times. We've got to play Man City in April, and I just feel that is going to be a Man City win. So if you take that into the equation of the points total, that means the cushion is actually 2, and that is just essentially 1 loss, and it's the end. It's the end of the story, and Man City wins the Premier League trophy. It obviously is 100% in our control, and our fate is decided by us right now. But going by how previous seasons have gone, and about 3 or 4 years ago, when we were in a similar sort of position where we had about 5-point lead, and we drew against Man City, we lost against Aston Villa, and those were the 2 results that meant we lost the Premier League trophy. And then the season before that, we went into April and we just would losing, drawing, pretty much nearly every game. And I think that was an even worse one. I think that was a bigger gap that turned that into quite a big deficit in the end.
So on that, I mean, I totally get where you're coming from, Merce, here, because it's one of them. If it's like, you're trying to get with a bird and you've never been with a bird before, and you've had this is going to sound like a terrible analogy.
This is going weird, yeah.
Trying to get with a bird, and you've been close 4 times. You're about to get down to it, and she says bye, and right. But until you get with the bird, you don't know what it feels like. So yeah, that's my analogy of that. So I get that I get your concerns on that. Really bad analogy that, Tom. Need to work on them.
Yeah.
So look, listen, I get that you're tentative, as it were, regarding winning the title. I believe personally that I think you will win the title. I think that today was a statement win. Yes, I know it was Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, they're not doing great. However, in a derby match, as we'll discuss later, form book goes out the window, and who wants it more wins it. And Arsenal have done a job today. It was at Spurs, wasn't it? At Spurs.
It was at Spurs.
Which is commendable. And listen, look, you sat at top of the league. Quick one from Bushy here. We're going to come to this 7-19, and Hammy is still in a job. Yep, as far as I'm aware. So yeah. Do you think? I listened to it. I listened to TalkSport earlier this week. Quadruple, is that on, Mers?
Yeah, the quadruple is on because we're still on all four fronts. You can't say it's not on until you're knocked out. We're in a final. We're in I think it's the quarterfinals of the FA Cup now.
Probably.
Or is it it might be fifth round or something like that. It might be fifth round actually. The next round would be the quarterfinals. Obviously in the Champions League last 16, and then obviously top of the table. So yeah, quadruple is still on. Do I think we're going to win the quadruple? Hell no, I don't think we'll win the quadruple, but it is still on.
I mean,
also,
can't Man City win the quadruple still?
Also, GH, I have a bone to pick with you. Right, who scored 2 goals today?
Yeah, Gyökeres.
Yeah. Is he still shit? Sorry for the bad language.
Now, realistically, the answer should be no, but in my answer is going to be yes, because Spurs is not a good indication of whether a player is good or not. Because Spurs
he's been scoring a fair few goals lately.
It's an easy match. It's an easy match for him to score. Yes, he has scored a few goals lately, but it's been a bit of an inconsistent season. If he comes back next season and does me wrong, proves me wrong, and scores a good amount of goals, then maybe my opinion will change. But this season, I haven't seen enough from him that's wowed me, and I never normally do from Arsenal strikers.
But his performance today was quite good, and his 2 goals today were good goals.
They were. I've seen them. They were.
Well, to come with this, John Sullivan, another stalwart of KB Terrace talk, certainly on most of our shows. He's put here some pundits calling Gyökeres.
Yes, I have.
I mean, how's that going?
I mean, I had him. The reason I say that is because I had him in. I know. I had him in my FPL for a little bit of time, and he didn't. He's in mine.
He's in mine.
He didn't do anything, and I thought to myself, "Oh, Arsenal have bought this really good striker. He's meant to be performing and doing really good stuff, and he hadn't done anything in ages." And then I thought to myself, you know? But then again, you've got to remember playing in Portugal is nothing compared to playing here. Like the Colombian, the replacement for him, the Colombian Luis Suarez has scored like an outrageous amount of goals already this season. Like Portugal is just notoriously easier football than over here.
You know what? You make a really good point there, George. But you got to remember, in the Championship, which was the toughest league in the world, he absolutely ripped it up.
Oh, he did when he was at Coventry.
Quick one from Tess Riggs. This show is probably the best show I've watched, apart from Wednesday prediction show. So, that is correct. Yeah. So, Wednesday prediction show are on a Wednesday. What time's that at, gents? You're both part of that.
That's 7 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Is it 8 o'clock, is it?
7 p.m.
7 o'clock on a Wednesday. You can see Mers and George and Phil and Carl and Dan and Lee.
And anyone else.
And anybody else who supports Premier League team give their predictions for the show. And it's a great show. I often tune in myself. So, absolutely fantastic. Mers, anything else from yourself, pal?
No, that'll be it for me.
I've got one quick question I just want to ask you.
Go for it, George.
Because you're playing City in the Cup final, in the EFL final, do you think that's going to benefit you in playing them later on in the season, or do you think it's going to be a hindrance? Because if you're playing them earlier on, it's like a pre-match fixture, kind of, to get you used to how they play and everything, because you've already played them once, but it's just another added match to help you. Do you think that's going to benefit you when it comes to April? Do you think it's just going to...
Yeah,
really
I've
mean a
already
lot.
covered that on the Wednesday prediction show where I said that Carabao Cup final will be a critical decision maker, I think, in the title race.
Yes, I think I agree. Yes, that is probably going to have a huge play in it.
We're coming to the business end of the season now, and any trophy is a good trophy, unless it's a wooden spoon and you are Wolverhampton Wanderers. What I want to say, Mers here, if anybody watching this, Mers is our host of the Fantasy Premier League show, which usually airs on a Friday. It's a fantastic show. It's probably one of my favourite shows on this channel. I regularly participate on that show, as does George, as does John, who's been in the comments. And it's worth tuning into because it's given me some great tips. But then again, do I need tips? No, because I'm sailing up that league.
Nah, Tom knows what
I
he's
had
doing.
Gyökeres, a captain Pedro. Look, things are looking pretty rosy for me. How many points you got this week, Mers?
I don't want to talk about my FPL this week.
I think I'm doing all right.
I'll cover that in the FPL
but
show.
Anyway, yes. Anyway.
Well, I moved up a place, so please tune in Friday, 7
in.
o'clock for the FPL show hosted by Mers.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. No,
Thanks,
that's
man.
it.
No worries.
All right.
Thank you. So yeah, George, I believe that I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I think they are firmly back on the rails now. So
I mean, they are. Yeah, they are. They have got a few difficult fixtures, but look, it is theirs to lose. They should be winning this from this point.
Quick comment from S4MU3LOO.
Is that Sam? Is that Samuel?
It probably is Samuel, mate. Brighton sold Gyökeres for 1 million, so I guess there wasn't expecting much room. That is crazy. Point. That is a really good point, actually, because Brighton famously they find absolute gems.
They do,
and sell them for huge amounts of money, and then recycle said money, put it in their bank account, and find gems again for low costs. So
they're like Bournemouth. Bournemouth do that as well, don't they?
Maybe I think it's Tony Bloom at Brighton, and Tony Bloom obviously has an interest in Hearts of Midlothian, who are currently, I believe,
they are top
5 points clear of the Scottish top of the SPL, which is fantastic. Got a comment here from City Empire. Evening. As Tiny's in our lobby, I'm gonna jump forward. I'm gonna jump forward to have a little chat about Rotherham United. So, yes. John, if you want to jump in the lobby as well, I'll bring you in sporadically. So first and foremost, I'm going to bring in Tiny, who is a incredibly dedicated Rotherham United fan. He's also part of our Millers Monday lineup as well as midweek Millers, and I want him to have a little chat regards the situation at Rotherham United. Phil had some bad language earlier on in the show, so if any young'uns indeed are watching,
we apologise for what might be coming up.
Cover their ears. So I'm going to bring to the show Tiny. Tiny, you all right, mate? How's it going?
Evening, lads. I'm doing well. I'm doing better than I was yesterday, anyway.
I bet.
Before we get on to that, I'm gonna go back to the mental health part that we discussed on. Were it Thursday?
Yeah.
Mentally, other than football, all right. When it comes to Saturday, shit. Apologies, but Phil, like we said, Phil's already been on and said everything there is to say regarding what you'd call bad language. Obviously, like I understand, but you might want to cover ears if you are watching, because I, for one, have a lot to say regarding yesterday. Some positives. The first half, which is going to go on to first. I'm going to open up positively. First half, Donny, worst side I've seen at New York this year other than Lincoln. First half, that's just the first half singled out. Obviously, a football match is 90 minutes and not 45. You've got to follow that 45 up with an even better 45, because we knew Donny would be on to us. But we'll start with that first 20 seconds. We hoof it up pitch. Duncan Watmore, unreal. Turns his man, gets foul, wins penalty. It's all celebrations all around. We play. I thought brilliant play with 3 strikers. Hoof it up. That's what happens. You get your centre penalty. First 20 seconds of game. Nombe steps up, coolly converts the penalty away. And that's going to lead me on to Nombe nicely. Because other than that, he were invisible for the entire game other than that first 20, 30 minutes. He were invisible. He was invisible. And then, obviously, we progressed through the first half. We could have been 2-3 up going into half-time. Don't take your chances. You go into half-time 1-0 up. Obviously, you're a better team. But we all knew Grant McCann, he were going to fire his boys up for the second half. You could argue 2 mistakes cost him that, but looking back at stats, I wouldn't say so. I'd say it were a thoroughly deserved win for, as we call, the Pikers. But yeah, first goal, poor challenge from Rafferty. Completely mistimes the ball out of the equation. Run down wing, easy cross. I've seen some arguing for offside, but to be fair, it's probably summed up with that goal they scored in added time that were chalked offside. Because obviously I were having a piss when that went in third, but I've heard from my father that it was not offside, that third goal in the last minute. But I did go around there. Final 5, which we will get on to. I don't know why I'm jumping forward. I've had a few to drink today while watching that, but we're not going to go on to that. However, as I said, Cameron Dawson, this is where the language is going to get bad. He needs to fuck off out of our fucking net. What the fuck was he doing for that second goal? What a prat. What an absolute prat. My word. Why is he faffing about with it? Like, just fucking hoof it up pitch. I'm guessing, but to be fair, it wouldn't shock me if they won who shouts a man on. You could see man coming, but I'm surely someone in that back line would have shouted man on. If not the back line, the crowd was shouting man on. Didn't listen, tried doing a smart little kick up. Gives it away. He makes him look a prat, Luke Molineux, and then he fucking slots it away. Probably easiest goal he'll ever score in his career, that. Then
So what I'll say, Tiny, for those that don't quite get what we're on about here. So obviously myself and Tiny are Rotherham United fans. Tiny goes home and away. I live in another country. I get there when I can. Basically, Cam Dawson comes out and thinks he's prime Edison. And tries to control the ball and pass it out when notoriously he's incredibly bad with his feet. The ball gets nicked off him, blah, 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 kicked into the back of net in the Derby game. Quick comment here from Callum. Dawson is worse than Phillips, and I hated Phillips as well. Bushy says here, Tiny is a legend, love it. And Poppy Rose says, even everyone, happy Sunday. Yes.
Happy Sunday indeed.
And then Bushy says, backs that up, pal. What a lad. Never changed, Tiny. And Poppy Rose, Tiny is making my evening. What a legend. So anyway, Tiny, carry on with what you're saying, pal.
Right. So after that goal, absolute clown in there. I've posted that on TikTok actually to clown music. 22.6k views. We'll have that. We'll have a bit of that. Cheers, Cammy, son. But after that, game really flat. Grant McCann clearly pulled his players in and said, we'll just tighten up at back now. These aren't going to do shit to us. Which, fair play. Clearly a more better manager than what we've got, Grant McCann. He's obviously managed at the a championship level. He's managed a title-winning squad, albeit it was Hull City, who were probably all but meant to win that League One a few years back. But yeah, fair enough. They shut shop up. They rattled us. Then final 10 minutes, I went and sat round with my dad, who sits right next to Rotherham dugout. Full time whistle goes. My father says this is the most spineless fucking derby I've ever fucking seen. Fair play. And then I asked him the question: is this more spineless than the 2-0 defeat to a Wednesday side who hadn't won a game at that point a few years back? And he said, "Yeah, that one more spineless." And he banged on fucking dugout at full time and shouted, "You bunch of muppets. Get your fucking act together now." Anyway, he was sat behind Big Boy, getting it, fucking telling him to his face, "Get fucked." And then he said, "Enjoy your last minute as a Rotherham manager, you fucking cunt." Obviously, not proven to be last minute of his Rotherham career by some absolute miracle for him.
How is he still going?
Honestly, I have no clue. There's only one fucking owner that I'd set losing 8 games in a row. Then obviously had that 3-game spell where Wimbledon and Northampton at home, 2 piss poor teams. Exeter away, they actually were better than us on the day. We just had that mad 5 minutes where we scored 3. But he's poor manager, awful tactics. In fact, final 5 minutes, I saw him go to his seat and dugout, and he just sat there, put his head in his hands and thought. And I was just wondering what is going through your mind at this point, because there's longest that 8-game unbeaten spell with the longest winless run in the club's history. No Rotherham team ever has lost 8 games in a row. Even that team that were in administration a few years ago. Well, I say a few years ago. It's probably about 17 years ago now. Even they didn't lose 8 in a row. We lost. We had a 20-game winless start in the Championship 2005. That team didn't lose 8 in a row. No Rotherham team has ever lost 8 games in a row. And now we're on a 4-game winless streak, I'm pretty sure. So something needs to change. It's actually it might be 3, but what's he trying to do? Is he trying to beat his own record? He clearly does not. He clearly don't like the Rotherham fans, does he? One bit.
What I'll say, Tiny mate. I think sadly, not if you're Matt Hamshaw, right? One of my friends messaged me before saying,
"Oh yeah, he's on $3,000 a week, by the way." Tiny
there you go.
Yeah.
So my mate messaged me before saying MH stands for Matt Hamshaw and mental health. So he's affecting my mental health as well as a lot. But you're never going to walk to
my bank account as well.
Well, there you go. He's affecting your bank. He's still getting paid, Tiny. But what I will say, look, I think the board needs to take it. No, they need to help Matt here. They need to say that enough's enough. Look, it's not. I don't think it's going to. Tiny, I don't think it's going to happen now, mate. They would have done it today. They can't do it tomorrow before an evening.
You need the forest owners.
Yeah, do. That's who we need, George. You're right. We need Marinakis in charge.
We'll go trotting to Bradford Tuesday night, all smile on his face and that. Oh, we're going to do better. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to change formation again. It wouldn't shock me if Bradford absolutely wiped the floor with us. To be fair, I've said it. I know there's Monday Night Millers tomorrow preview. We're either going to lose 5-0 or we're going to win 1-0. I can't pick it. Wow. I mean, probably I can see us Quinn there. Call me stupid, but his job's under pressure again. Albeit it should have been long gone by now. But I can see it being one of those games where we win 1-0. I can see it being that. We'll get a
I hope so. I hope so
and all. I hope so. But I can see it being one of those lucky games where we win 1-0 away from home. It's all celebrations. Everyone will be on Miller's group chat on Facebook. They'll be putting up, "Where's the moaners now?"
Mate.
We're not moaners, are we? We're telling truth. We're realistic fans. That's the difference. We don't wear rose-tinted Rotherham glasses that say, "Oh, we're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna do that." I'm sure we trust. We're real fans.
Yes.
We're real fans with real opinions. Unfortunately, Matt, he might be a nice lad. He might be one of those that I'd go for a drink with, but is he a good manager? There's a difference. No, he's not a good manager.
He's not. I mean,
Matt Hamshaw, if you're watching, I'll happily go for a drink
If you're
with you.
watching.
If you pay, I'll go for a drink with you because they're all torture they've put me through. They owes us a few pints, Matt, but nah.
Tiny, before I let you go, pal, anything more on Rotherham? Are you going to the Bradford game?
Yeah, I am.
I feel for you.
Of course. I mean, to be fair, I'll say a piece on Liverpool Forest before I go.
On.
Right, I watched it in Boozer. First 45, Forest, better team. Should have been 2 up. But second half, especially that last 10, shows to me that Forest are in danger because I think West Ham starting to pick up the form now. However, Liverpool, I think they can get Europa League, but I think Champions League might be a bit of a stretch now.
I do agree.
Yeah, especially with like Man United turning up the form a bit recently as well. I think, especially like they've seemed to turn it around a lot, Man United recently, getting Carrick in. But when Carrick were appointed, I actually said that were a shocking appointment because I thought Carrick, he flopped at Middlesbrough. Looking at how they're doing now, without him, he flopped there. He should have gotten promoted with that squad he had. In fact, I actually remember a game before he got appointed. Rotherham went to Riverside, drew 0-0 on that Saturday night. That were Paul Warren's last game in charge. But it actually got Chris Wilder sacked. I think he were in charge anyway. Chris Wilder.
It wasn't. I think you'll find Tiny. I think Duncan Watmore was up front for Borough that night.
Yeah.
And Johansson had the game of his life as he quite always did, mate. To be honest with you,
it just shows you. You don't think it, but you take one player out of a team and it just crumbles.
Yeah, and if we had a Johansson or a Josh Vickers or a Rodak or
we'd
even,
probably, as silly as it sounds, we'd probably be up there in playoffs.
Probably
in picture anyway, which we should be. Like people on Facebook, just because we've had promotions in past, this, that, and other, you can't expect it. Well, I think you'll find we can, because it's like saying, for example, Glory or like, I'll get it to the year. It's like saying I don't expect Liverpool to be up there at least, or to win the Premier League. It's like saying, I'll settle for 6th place this year. You wouldn't, would you? You just wouldn't. That's us in League One. We don't settle for anything other under 7th or 8th place, which I'd have took before season started 7th. I mean, because it's shit year we had last year, I'd have said 7th. Just anything other, any improvement I'd have took. But it's not. It's got worse, which shows that Steve Evans clearly had more troubles than Hamshaw last year. For me, he clearly had more problems to work with. Liam Kelly arguments in squad. And actually, I found out this is another one I'm going to get onto here. Speaking to one of the older lads in pub yesterday, how true this is, hold me to it. But Liam Kelly fell out with Evans because it were either Wickham at home or home game before that. They trained all week for a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff, and he changed tactics at last with 20 minutes to go. He changed the tactics. They did warm-ups and he changed it, and that's what got Liam Kelly to be injured for a few weeks. But yeah, my point done tonight, lads.
Tiny, you've been a legend, mate. Thanks for coming on,
Brilliant.
pal. Really love your commitment to my football club, and you make some very valid points. Last comment on Rotherham here. Just time for Matt Hamshaw to go.
Yeah.
I have never seen a plan B. No game management. Yes, we completely agree with that. Tiny, we'll hopefully see you on Miller's Monday tomorrow. But we're going to move on to our final subject tonight, and I'm going to bring in John as well to have a quick chat about Newcastle United. Tiny, top lad.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Cheers,
mate.
Tom.
Up
Cheers,
Miller's.
George.
Good lad. Thanks, man.
See you later.
Thank you. So, Tiny with some points there, George. He's
interesting.
Tiny goes home and away, travels everywhere.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him.
He spends his hard-earned money
I don't know what I'd do.
Watching a club that's just not delivering.
If
to
I
be honest
was-
with you.
If Liverpool were doing as bad as Rotherham and I was somebody that went to home and away games, I don't know what I'd do. I'd lose my mind.
Yeah,
It's
I
pain.
mean, it is tough going. And you know what? Tiny, bless him, I don't know what he does for a job, but I mean, he'll work his graft, he'll spend his money, he follows home and away. It becomes an obsession. I used to do it when I was younger as well. Obviously, I don't anymore because I live in another country. But I do get his frustrations. And I believe Rotherham United, what I'm really shocked about Rotherham United is that they're not given any communication regards anything. Whilst literally on Twitter today, the fans have been at each other's throats. Anyway, enough about Rotherham.
Enough's enough.
I'm gonna bring on another Rotherham fan, but also a Newcastle fan. In John, great advocate for the show, and one of the best guys on this show. John, sorry to keep you waiting, pal. I see you in your Newcastle shirt. Let's try and not speak about Rotherham. I just want to give a quick summary of Newcastle and Manchester City.
Good evening, live from Rotherham, Great Britain, 10 points.
Oh, this is like on the Eurovision, isn't it? Yeah,
It's the Eurovision. Yeah, I'm glad. I've been waiting ages to do that. Ages. Good evening, lads. What are we discussing? Not Rotherham. We'll discuss Newcastle, Man City.
Yeah,
and
go for it.
How wonderful it is not to have been beaten like by more than 6 goals.
Well, okay.
do I think it's a 2-1 game? Obviously not. I've been speaking to a Roman Empire. I've been speaking to pre-lobby about the decision about the offside on the Dan Burn goal. I'm absolutely fuming. I think on another, and this isn't just because of Man City. If it were Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, the level of consistency is absolutely out the window at the minute. And it's frustrating as a fan that you have all the facilities like VAR. You've got the people at the bunker looking back at shit. They come out and make they've come out and make an official apology to Newcastle United and Eddie Howe that the goal should have stood, but here we are still without any points.
That's a problem, isn't it,
Yeah.
John? Do you not think that the whole apology after the event is absolutely worthless?
Well, it means nothing because no offense, we ain't going to get our points back, are we?
Exactly.
What's the point of VAR if they're just going to come out and apologise?
But this is what the Roman Empire said
George.
this as well, George. He said when we didn't have it in the FA Cup, I was at the Aston Villa game. It was horrendous officiating. There was a clear and obvious handball inside the box. There was Lucas Digne or whatever he's called should have been sent off, no doubt. So then that referee got dropped for this weekend, right? But we're saying without VAR, it's terrible. But with VAR, it's there's no
terrible.
like. But when you watch it, because the whole VAR came, I might be wrong. It came in because after the Euros, it was quite successful, right? And they were introducing it slowly, right? But it was if you watch an international game, like let's say England, the VAR, Champions League, whatever, spot on. It doesn't take 9 minutes to do. It takes 1 minute. Offside, go to the monitor, check what you've seen, whatever. In England, we'll just have a cup of tea, make a Sunday roast, go to Morrison's for a weekly shop. I don't get it. But this is the guy, Howard Webb's in charge of it, ex-referee. He's failing. He's failing the system.
They need better officials. That's all it is, you know.
I mean, obviously, I absolutely detest VAR. I hate it. I mean, I'm glad I support a team.
You will never get to use it.
I'm glad I support a team. What?
They'll never have to use it.
Is nowhere near VAR. I'm going to be even further away in a couple of months' time. What I don't get about VAR is I don't blame VAR. It's the people who operate VAR, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing as well, right? If you let's say you're on VAR last week for the let's say Villa game was VAR. You give it a handball. 3 weeks' time, GH is on VAR. He might see it differently and not give it handball.
Exactly. So
it needs to be the same. Well, in that case, it needs to be the same people all the time, but it's
It can't.
impossible. But then
It can't be. It has to be.
Exactly.
It has to
It's
be.
impossible.
It's unbiased, apparently. I don't know how it works.
It's
GH, I
impossible
don't.
to do that as well. But realistically, if you wanted it to be fair, then surely it should be the same person every time.
He supports Rotherham.
So, I mean, this is
Oh,
a
man.
fact. A lot of non-Manchester United fans would suggest that Howard Webb supports Man United. He doesn't. He supports Rotherham United.
That's what he says.
That's what he says. To be fair, he does go games and what have you, and what have you.
You didn't go to that one on Saturday. I can tell you that for now.
Yeah, the best bit is, I'm not going to go back into Rotherham United chat, but you'd think the referees that he's in charge of, right, might favour us sometimes. Do you know what I mean? But anyway.
Yeah, here's a tenner for Rotherham.
Exactly. You know, I want to impress the boss. Let's give them penalties. You know what I mean? Or something. But anyway.
Or a red card at Cardiff.
Or a red card or something. Do you know what I mean? Come on, Howard. Jesus Christ. But
yeah.
Look, I think a 2-1. I think that was a crucial game that for Man City to
Yeah.
come away in the Oil Classico, as they call it, isn't it?
I hate you. I hate you so much. That's why I'm wearing the Saudi colours, you know?
I'm going to say the Saudi shirt. Well, oh, no. Saudis are just the owners. They've got no influence on. Oh, no, we wear a Saudi shirt.
I'm not getting into that.
No, neither am I. John, I want you to stay on for this bit, pal.
Okay.
As you are a Rotherham fan and a South Yorkshire, well, ex-Wales, but now South Yorkshire native, as it were.
I do live in Rotherham, yes.
I want to end the show and discuss our neighbours, well, certainly your neighbours, getting...
My neighbours next door.
Yeah, they got
not your
relegated.
neighbours, unless
Your actual
Sam Gerrard
neighbours.
says Lee Bush, Tanny's a legend. Take no bullshit from Big Boy. He will be at Bradford on Tuesday.
He will be, yeah.
To make it 117 away games on the bounce. I'll tell you what, hang on.
Bloody hell.
Right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I need to do this now because
100. Wait, so
I
he's
don't-
been to 117
I don't
games
think
in a
we've
row.
I don't think we've ever done applause. Right, so 117 away games on the bounce.
Wow. What's that tiny? Bloody hell.
And again.
117 games on the bounce.
How
which
many of those
is
has he seen? How many of
incredible.
those has he seen wins? That's
None.
how-
Barely any.
How many
Well,
other
3.
fans would go with the circus that is going on within the club now? Another applause for Tiny. One more.
Oh. Go, Tiny. Go.
And one for the dog.
I'm not doing
Right,
any
so
more.
fair play to you, Tiny,
Anyway.
mate. Much respect, pal. Much respect. And a great comment there, Sean. So, last up, I want to talk about there's been a relegation today, and it is the earliest ever EFL relegation in EFL history. And you could not write it. You actually couldn't write it. Although people say if you couldn't write that, people will write about dystopian futures, the Matrix, blah, 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 whatever. Sheffield Wednesday today lost 2-1 to their arch nemesis and rivals, Sheffield United, to make them the first team in EFL history to be relegated this early in a EFL
So sad, isn't
season. Here we go. And then I'll pop a gunshot in there for a laugh.
Are you doing something? I don't know what you're doing.
That one didn't do anything.
Is it meant to be something happening?
Can you hear the laughs?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Right, anyway. So
Anyway.
Sheffield Wednesday have been relegated from the championship on the lowest ever points ever. What an absolute show.
So
And it's And the laughing's still going, isn't it? Yeah.
If they win all their remaining games, is it still the lowest points ever?
Well, yeah, I believe. Thank you, Sheffield Wednesday. You have taken our record offers. So thanks for that, Shift Wed. That's one thing off our back. That's one positive this weekend. We don't have the lowest ever championship.
I mean, one positive for Sheffield is they don't have to play Rotherham next season.
Hey, we're staying up. What do you mean? Anyway,
do you know what? You make a great point there. To be honest with you, George.
I wouldn't want to go to that. I
actually,
wouldn't want to go to that game. Jesus.
Actually, it would be a free win if they played Rotherham. So.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
So I mean, listen. Do you know what? I hope we are playing Sheffield Wednesday next season.
Well,
all jokes aside, right? Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday have been relegated to League One. However, I do believe they'll get taken over, and they will probably. It might not go straight up, but I believe whoever comes in and takes them over will see a project and take them in the right direction. To be fair, so I'm only joking, Sheffield Wednesday fans. It's not a laughing matter that your club's been relegated. It really isn't. It's a huge laughing matter. It's a joke again. It's not a joke. But listen, hopefully we see you next season. Because there is a scenario next season where, let's say Chesterfield, albeit not officially South Yorkshire, could come up from League Two. We could drop and we could be the lowest ranked side in the region. John, what do you think to that?
I think I'd rather throw myself onto the M1.
Don't do that. However,
we don't do that.
John, if we are in League Two, are you buying a season ticket next season, pal?
I will probably, yes, for my sins.
That's fair enough.
And I'll tell you why. And it's a logical reason. It's not because I'm daft. Well, I am slightly daft. I think when things turn around at Rotherham United...
When? You mean if?
When? There's no ifs. They will get... Things will get... The things will... No, hear me out, right? Hear me out. Things will get better. It's shit, but things can and will get better. I've seen it. We've been there. We've been in Championship. So when we go down, which I think we are pretty much going to go down, we get rid of the dinosaurs. We get rid of Big Boy, as everyone's calling him, Matt Clueless Hamshaw. We have investment, rebuild, get League One, build again, have a solid couple of seasons in League One, then push Championship. If I'm not a season ticket holder, when the good times are coming back, there's going to be a queue out that door. I ain't daft. So I'll keep going.
That's great. That's glory hole logic there, John.
No, that isn't. No, I mean,
Thanks, pal.
Going to the football is always good. It's always a good thing to do. So I commend you, John.
Yeah,
Thanks.
There you go. George is the fountain of
knowledge.
Both Sheffield teams want to be Leeds. They have signed that many Leeds players. It's embarrassing for them. That's from Poppy Rose.
We can't say anything about Leeds players, can we, at Rotherham? So
Sean says Sheffield Wednesday won't get another point this season. What do you guys think? Yep, I don't think they
Probably
would.
not.
I'm surprised they got a goal, to be honest.
Well, to be fair to them, do you know what? I think the players were trying. They might get a point. You never know. At some point.
Also, just quickly, that red card from Mr. Man City, he should be banned for life.
Oh, Calvin Phillips, yeah.
Yeah, worst tackle I've seen in about 5 years.
It was quite nasty. I saw the highlights of it.
Calvin Phillips is a strange one. He was so rated so highly, and Gareth Southgate even said, "Oh well, we have to play this way because we've got no Calvin Phillips, who is now playing in relegation games against Sheffield Wednesday." Yeah. So
awful tackle.
That's Sir Gareth Southgate of England.
Well, he was shite for England, wasn't he?
We've got on here from Miller 6203, and we'll still be a league below them. Yeah, looking that way,
we will. And
Poker,
Doncaster.
Pope Barber, National League fodder.
What is that?
Fuck
Rotherham
yeah.
going to be National League fodder?
Well,
We couldn't sustain being in the. It would be too expensive to keep that
you know
stadium.
what I mean?
The National League is one of the hardest leagues to actually get out of. So
It
you've
must
got to be worried if you go
completely
down.
is, George, because only one team's going to get out of it, and then it's a playoff. So, listen, Miller
Didn't ask,
603.
Jake.
Well, I'm renewing. What else we're going to do on a Saturday up the Millers? And
Go to watch the rugby. Go to watch the rugby. They're doing better.
Well, that's just fat
No.
boys that can't play football, isn't it? So
Now I've got a question that I want to pose that's kind of going to be answered on the Miller show because I'm going to pose it now, but it can
Go
be
on,
answered
George.
on the Miller show. What would you do, or how would you react if Hamshaw somehow stays in the job and is the manager next season? If he doesn't go, what would you? That's a question that I want you to think about and come back on the show tomorrow.
What do you mean? What we're gonna do? Life's gonna continue, GH.
Well, no,
it's not like
like-
the end of the road.
No. I know, but like, how are you going to feel? Like, what's going to be your reaction?
He won't stay.
by
If we go
some
down, he
miracle,
doesn't stay.
He's
He
still
doesn't
in the
stay.
job next season. That is my question to
do you know
all
what?
Rotherham fans.
Do you know what? We'll put that. So tomorrow,
Yeah.
tomorrow, anybody who's watching this, it'll probably be our regular viewers and listeners. We've got
Be
Miller's
me.
Monday, Miller's Monday, 8:00, KB Terrace Talk, where we will talk all things
Shit.
shit and Rotherham United. I believe we've got Chickens on the Loose on with us to
Oh,
preview the
excellent.
Bradford game. So yeah, do you know what, George? I'll put that to
Good job.
King Bush, Bez, myself, and then whoever else is on. So it's a great question, and you know what? I think it's a valid question. To be fair,
It is. It is.
Poppy
A crazy
has
one, but yeah.
Poppy's put here. John Phillips is from Leeds, starting our academy. That should give you an explanation of the challenge from him. Yep, thinks he's is it Billy Murphy?
Well, I think it's more the
What's
grey,
call
isn't
him?
it, from Leeds at the moment as well.
We've got here as
Archie.
well. Sam.
I'll jump in the river,
I
Don.
jump in the river, Don. I hope you can swim, mate.
Don't do that either, please.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I was determined to keep this a 1 hour show today. So I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I want to say thank you so much to George for my co-host, John, who's come on at the end there to speak about Newcastle. Anybody who was waiting in the lobby for such a long time, what we're trying to do with this show is we want people to come and have a little chat about it, and we totally get that it might go over a little bit. So, look, this is a Sunday. Every Sunday, we're going to be doing this.
Any team, it doesn't matter if you support the lowest
Any
team in the
team,
country.
exactly.
Come on and talk about them.
So, as George was saying at the start of the show, we had Luke on last week, who, yes, is part of the channel and he's a Tottenham fan, but he chose to come on and speak about Dorking, which is a National League. A
13 wanker.
National League,
What?
National League South side.
Yes, John.
who are top of their respective league. And look, I love football. I'll speak about any football. I'm not bothered. So the main points to take away from today is Rotherham are crap, and we've still got our manager. Sheffield Wednesday have been relegated.
They have. Is that a duck I can hear? No.
Okay, we'll get rid of that. Forest are in relegation trouble. Spurs are crap. Arsenal are back on the rails. And the Oil Classico ended with a Manchester City win and Eddie Howe fearing for his job. So,
No, don't be silly.
Join us tomorrow.
Join us next time.
Join us next time. Let's get the EastEnders one on. So anyway, coming up on KB Terrace Talk, we're going to tell you about all our fantastic shows, and we're all part of these shows. So tomorrow we've got Miller's Monday, hosted by the King Bush, the emperor of our channel. Tuesday, I don't think we do anything. No, actually, no, we will be doing something Tuesday because Rotherham, sadly, are playing
They're playing
Bradford
out away,
away.
aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, no.
No doubt there'll be an after-match reaction to
Hamshaw may or
whatever
may not be gone.
what happens
He won't
then.
be. He won't be.
Wednesday is the Premier League show, which I believe George and John, are you part of that? I know you are,
No.
George.
No,
I'm
no,
not.
John's not, but I am, yeah.
George is part of that. We talk about the predictions for the Premier League. Thursday, we have Midweek Millers, hosted by Bez, which I take part in. Friday, one of my favourite shows, which both George and John are both part of, hosted by Mers, who was on before, who was the Arsenal fan, and his Pokemon cards, which are...
He also supports Forest Green Rovers, by the way.
Say again, mate.
He supports Forest Green Rovers.
He
Who
doesn't.
does?
No, he doesn't really.
He does. Mers, he's a two-team wanker.
Is he an FGR fan? Oh, well, fair play. What I say, though, the Fantasy Premier League show is fantastic. It's one of my favourite shows, right? Hosted by Mers, the Arsenal fan. Mers also has a channel where he opens Pokemon cards. And
Pokemon.
look, I don't collect Pokemon, but I'm really interested in what cards he gets because I've got no idea what's going on.
I'll show you my collection. Wait, here we go. I've started
Yeah.
because of Mers now. Look.
You got
All these
Pokemon
bad
cards?
boys.
Jesus.
Look.
Are they
Shinies.
is that the original one? I mean,
I don't know. Fucking mate, I ring Mersgoff and say, what does this cost? What does that cost? Look at this bad boy. This is my beautiful one. That one.
Is that a reverse hollow or something?
I don't fucking know.
I keep
Who
saying this.
knows?
It's a reverse hollow or something.
Mers knows.
I don't know what that means.
I don't.
If you want,
I
if you
just
want, if you
Back
want
when
to
I was
find
little,
out
it was
more
like
about
it was shiny
Pokemon,
or something.
Oh wait, I'll show you my expensive one real quick.
tune into Mersgoff's channel if you want to find out more about Pokemon.
Wait, let me get my expensive one out.
George.
Look, this is my wait. We'll close on this, Tom. This is my expensive one.
What's that?
I don't know. Ask Mers. I
know
don't
when I
fucking
was
know.
a kid, it was Charizard. It was like the one that everybody wanted. But anyway, back onto Saturday. Rotherham, unfortunately, are playing again against. I think is it Mansfield?
Plymouth.
No, it's
Plymouth.
Plymouth, who just beat Cardiff 5-2, who beat us 3-0 with 10 men. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, we're
And
gonna
then,
get slapped.
After game reaction for that, and then back to me Sunday, where we'll not just talk about Pokemon
Rotherham.
cards, but hopefully other things.
Sorry. I'm never coming on again. It's all right. I've not said
no,
anything offensive though.
Mate. Do you know what? I just want to thank George as my co-host.
It's been great being on. Great show as always, Tom.
John, for being on.
Hi.
And
Many more.
that's it. Right. Thanks so much, guys. All the best. Up the Millers. Please like, share, and indeed subscribe. Thank
Follow.
you.
It's all right, boys.
All right.